Ready?
Yeah. Oh,
No,
wow.
you're going to confuse
No,
the
it's
cue.
alright. Do it again.
No, for fuck's sake, stop it! Hold on. Done.
Nice.
So
Anyway.
we are talking about the ballad of your parents.
Oh,
We're
but
going
did you not
somber.
get your bit in?
Oh no,
Yeah,
are
we
we
got my bit in. Should we do
Let's
it?
go with yours. James, how'd you get started? Oh, you can ask him, because I know. I couldn't give a shit how you
No,
got
so
started.
we did how you got started. Then you were at the point where you hugged in a field in slow motion.
Yeah, but alright, you don't carry on from there.
No, but your stuff might have been cut out, no?
Alright, I'll do it real quick. Set me up, Tej.
So James, how did you get into property?
So, I got into property, Tej. 2007 recession, my parents ended up getting divorced around then, and both parted ways after they'd liquidated everything. Ended up with a small pot of cash, but my mum wasn't working, so pretty stressful financial times. She bought me a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I love the book. Ravi loves the book. Tej, at some point you must read.
No,
Rich
I
Dad.
protest.
He protests, but we're going to get him to, guys. If you want to leave a little comment, Tej, read Rich Dad Poor Dad, that'd be really, really good as well. That'll encourage him. He needs a little
That's
bit of
because he's the
encouragement.
rich dad, so it doesn't matter.
That's true. I don't know if you've noticed, but he's got a little doll stain on his belly. And,
I just doll everywhere. It's yellow.
that used to be a white t-shirt, and now he's dulled it.
You're not the first person to say that.
Turmeric
Amazing what
boy.
that turmeric will do. Tej talks turmeric. Done.
Done. Listen, you get good skin and healthiness from turmeric, yeah? Now look at the skin.
That's very true.
Look at the skin, yeah?
So hang on, if I eat
Love
more
it.
turmeric,
You
will
have
I look
good-
like you guys?
You have great skin, your life will change.
You'll
your
finally be
hair
able to
will-
get an erection.
It's not FDA approved for that, but it may.
Thank you,
It's a
boys.
cure for
I
everything.
appreciate it. Ravi, I always struggle to get one around you. I have no problems with anybody else.
I think we all would.
But anyway.
Moving swiftly on.
So anyway, bought Rich Dad Poor Dad, loved the book, went to a property training course, loved property even more, bought training, bought mentoring, bought coaching, and yeah, spent a fair bit of cash.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people thought that was a little bit strange, especially 2009 when property prices are tanking. But there's a phrase that comes up a lot, which is when I think it's a Warren Buffett phrase, when the masses are fearful, be greedy, when the masses are greedy, be fearful. So we were like, well, that makes sense to us. Started buying property, and we were picking up houses that pre the recession were worth 150, 160, picking them up for about 115, 120, 130.
Ooh.
And now they've doubled in value. So in terms of capital growth, I mean, this is down on the south coast in Portsmouth. In terms of capital growth, we've done pretty well over the last 10 years or so.
And that shows the long game of property, right? It's taken 10 years, but you doubled your money. Where else are you going to do that?
But meanwhile, you were making £1,000 a month out of each house.
Yeah, so we did.
That's all right.
We would buy 2 beds, 2 reception rooms, 3 beds, 2 reception rooms, and 4 beds, 2 reception rooms, and we just convert them into HMOs by stealing a reception room and using it as a bedroom. So the cash flow is anywhere between sort of 550, 600 on the 3 beds, on the 2 to 3 beds, and then up to the 4 beds. You're talking about £1,200 a month for a 4 bed that we converted to a 5 bed. So reasonable cash flow, and obviously capital growth has helped with that. Also Article 4, which if you don't know is a planning restriction on HMO licensing.
Or any permitted development, really.
Already nice, well done. So yeah, Article 4.
Yeah, just visualising.
Yeah.
Contemporary dance, interpretive dance as you're
Nice,
doing it.
very good. It's basically the council just whipping HMO landlords and making sure they're sticking to the rules. So that helped the values as well. But yeah, we did that for about 4
Because yours is in gold dust areas now, right?
Yeah, they're all like Well, ironically, he went to Portsmouth Uni.
And I'm convinced he was the landlord of a few of my friends.
So who's the daddy now, really?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
pretty
saying?
much.
Oh, you might have even lived in one of mine. I did have a really rogue Indian tenant once. So
Oh, about that.
massive subsidence in the property as a result.
Landslip.
So I did that for 4 or 5 years in that part of the world. Did a bit of.
And you still have them now?
Yeah, still got them.
Wow, okay. Nice.
Sold a couple, but I regret selling those ones. But yeah, still got everything else. And my mum decided to paint everything blue. So if you see a blue house down there,
Okay.
we own it.
I'm going to take a selfie in front of one if I find one.
Yeah, just have a look. And then we bought stuff down in sort of the southeast, so Folkestone, Ashford, Dover, and that part of the world. And then, yeah, that's probably around the time that this gentleman came into my life.
How did you meet? What was that fateful moment that you saw each other's eyes and
When I reunited with my son.
yeah, your long lost.
Tell them
son.
about the story, Rav.
So, I got dragged onto a course by my mum.
Okay.
So my mum and my dad invested with like a mortgage broker, and the broker actually ended up buying all the properties in his own name. Didn't really communicate with my mum and dad properly. It was like, yeah, no problem. It was like a mix between a JV and an angel, but they had no control over it. But my mum and dad had the debt guaranteed against them. He refinanced. It was about 650 grand. And my mum and dad had the debt guaranteed against them of about 1.3 million pounds. He refinanced the money out and then filed for bankruptcy. And that was it. All the money gone, debt guaranteed, and then that was. And then I just graduated, and I was like, I thought I was going to inherit all this stuff. I did not give a shit about being self-made at uni. I was like chilling. I was like, I don't need a job. Like, I'm going to be rich. My mum and dad got all these properties. I was a smug little prick. And I graduated, and my mum and dad were like, oh, yeah, we need to get a lawyer. I'm like, oh, cool, you're doing more deals? No, it's all gone to shit, we've lost it. And I was like, what you doing? This is my inheritance, man. Like, oh, you mad?
Spot brat.
And so I was like, I went into banking, and literally my salary.
Good, respectful
was just
job, yeah.
Yes, full of lots of integrity as a recruiter. And actually, a recruiter did help me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. Till I found out I was making triple. I love it. Dollar. But so I was using my salary to pay off their legal bills and stuff like that, and it was just so hard. It was like the toughest thing. And my mum, behind mine and my dad's back, decided to sign up to a property course, and I was like, it's too late. You ain't got no money, and property doesn't work. And she's like, well, you better not tell Dad. And I was like, I'm gonna tell Dad. Because me and my dad are quite tight, and I didn't want my mum to get in trouble, so I went to the course with her. And that was when I met this guy. He was in the room helping
You're
out.
supposed to reach for the sparkling water at the same time. Oh, hi.
I actually threatened to kill him.
How every good JV starts,
Yeah.
everyone. Top tip.
Straight up.
I took
Threaten
his
to kill your
phone.
JV.
So I was like, parting with a significant amount of money that wasn't mine. It was Santander's planned overdraft facility.
Big up Santander.
Yeah, thanks Santander. And it was Santander's also credit card, 123 credit card as well.
123 is actually a really good account.
Yeah.
I get like 30 quid a month interest.
Perfect.
This video is not a sponsored video for Santander.
Hashtag no ads.
Santander, give us some cash, man.
affiliate marketing. Hook it
Hashtag
up.
promotion.
I'll wear red for you as well.
So, so as I parted with some money, I said to James, I was like, hey, can you pass me your phone? Clicked it. And he's like, I added myself on Facebook.
Oh,
on
okay,
his
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
He's like, I would have given you the thing. And I was like, well, listen, mate, I don't really give a shit. If this don't work, I'm going to fucking kill you. Straight. And he just looked at me and was like...
But how did you... Hold on, what happened before this? You were both parting money for what?
For the training, for the advanced training.
So I was
Oh,
on
you
the
both
event.
got upsold.
So
He got
I was-
upsold 4
I-
years earlier.
Yeah.
I got upsold in 2012.
But I was on
Okay.
the event where he got upset. I was helping out. I was like
You're
doing a
cool,
little bit.
okay.
He was the
teaching.
naughty little sales guy.
Yeah.
And so he did my paperwork and all that, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you if this doesn't work. And he just went,
He's alive, so...
he's just like, yeah. Well, this is why I became business partner, because if I go bankrupt, he's dead. Don't matter how many deals you do. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's a lifelong promise, right? Till death do us part.
And then we were friends for a while. Like, I was so upset he didn't remember who I was after.
So
a
get
year.
this right. So was it 2 years later or
About
a year?
and a half later.
A
yeah.
year and a half later, we bumped into each other, and I was like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you. My
No.
name's James."
He didn't know who I was. I was like, James, how's it going? And he's just like, hey, I'm James. And I was like, I'm Ravi. And he's just like, nice to meet you, Ravi. How long have you been doing this? And I was like, you don't remember me.
He was the jockey with the dog. Oh,
Serious
hey,
shit.
dude, nice to meet you, man. Yeah,
Zero fucks. I felt bad for about 5 seconds.
He didn't know who I was. Yeah.
He cried pretty
I
hard.
was pretty sad. It was literally because I looked up to this guy for like a year and a half. I was like, oh, it's this
But we
rock
didn't
star.
see each other since that event where you enrolled and you like decided to do the training. We didn't see each other for like a year and a half.
It's
after
the
that.
network's so big. Like, you bump
yeah.
into so many people.
But you had a pretty busy first year, innit?
Yeah. Well, I did seven in my first year, and then Second year, I can't remember what it was. It was like 10, and then year 3, 60.
With all your own money?
No. I still ain't got no money. I've got none.
Everyone keeps asking him, Rav, can you lend me some money? He's like, no.
I'm like, mate,
I'm in overdraft.
I'm in overdraft. Straight, you know. No, I didn't have any. No, I had no money, and the thing is, I refused to do deals. Well, I did do some deals with my money. He tells me off. He goes, no, like, it's nice. Give someone else a nice return. You live another day to do as many deals as you possibly want. So
let's talk about that. Let's talk about investors.
yeah.
When you're new in property, it's probably one of the hardest things people think is to achieve, to get an investor.
Mm.
And then when they start doing property, you actually realise, oh, it's the deal that's really, really hard to get. But to someone who's new in property, like myself, like people who are watching, like, what are your tips to finding investors? Because you've got it like on tap now. How do people get to where you both are now?
It's a balancing act, and you'll never get the balance right. So either you'll have so many deals and no money, or you'll have lots of money and no deals. I'll give you an example. Like, the only time I've ever been skiing, because I hate skiing and anything to do with snow, it's shit. I don't know why people pay for that.
You're a dick.
I went to so I had an offer accepted on a deal.
It's too white there, isn't
And
it?
I need to I stick out. But I had an offer accepted on a little baby block of 4 flats, and I got it in for like 100 grand, with a gross rent of about 2,100 or whatever it was. So it was a pretty sweet deal. And I was like, right, I need to get some investor money. So I created a little proposal and blah 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 blah, and I sent it out to I think about 10 people. 4 people came back and were like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, great. But that wasn't 4 people. That's now I've accidentally raised 400 grand. Oops. So yes, one of them gets the deal, and I actually went with the higher paying interest one because he'd never invested with me before. So I was like, I want the track record with him.
Okay.
The other 3 they've already invested with. But then I had another problem as soon as I got back. I'm like, well, these guys have all agreed, these other 3, their cash needs to be deployed. So I was like, I don't have enough deals. So I was like, oh, hey, why am I on this stupid ski trip? I need to go home and get some more deals. And then loads of offers get accepted, and then you're like, oh, well, actually, I need 600 grand. I've run out of money. So you're constantly like this. So I would always say
But how have you found those investors in the first place?
literally just talking to people. So it's I obviously, and there's no offense to like my school friends or whatever, but I pitched them, and none of them had just like me, we ain't got pots to piss in. So I went to my school friends, I went to my uni friends. They were like, well, mate, me and you both, I'm in overdraft too. I'm like, oh, okay, great, all right, no problem. And you start going to meet other people, and this is where networking is so important. And my dad didn't really like me pitching too much because he asked to pitch his mates. And he's like, son, stop it. And his friends would get really excited. Like, well, really? You can give me 7.5%, 8%? Actually, no. In the early days, I used to give away 12, 15% just because I didn't have faith in myself to go. I just felt like giving away too much. Now, you've got to be careful with that. You're offering someone 10 to 15%. People start thinking you're doing a Bitcoin scam. You know?
You love Bitcoin. What are you on about?
This is not
That's where your
the
money
time
is.
to talk about
Has he ever told you about Bitcoin?
This is not the time
He
to talk about
loves
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
This is TED Talks property.
Sorry.
No. This is everything. So how much did you lose on?
No, you didn't lose any.
I didn't lose, no.
How much did you lose?
I accidentally mined some, and
Nice.
years ago when I read a Business Insider article,
Okay.
and I didn't know my password. Anyways, yeah.
How many bitcoins did you lose?
80, was it 80, wasn't it?
Yeah,
80 whole coins.
And they were what, 20 grand at one point?
Yeah,
That's okay.
it was a lot.
What's that, 1.6?
So
Yeah, 1.6.
It was enough.
Man, look, he basically forgot his password. If you didn't hear that, Ravi forgot.
I even wrote to Blockchain, or Block, whatever the hell they call themselves, like Block Wallet. I was like, yo, I got a Google Wallet, but I don't know if you guys know about this, but Hotmail's servers, they deleted all these email addresses and turned it to Outlook. And mine was one of them. So my Google Wallet was linked to my ravivakari@hotmail.com, and I lost that email. And that's the only one that
Got to be where you can hack back into it.
I've tried. I've paid someone to do it as well.
And you
It's
didn't
like,
pit-
yeah, couldn't do it.
But you've got a nice pot there one day, maybe.
Well,
now
yeah.
it's worth a lot less, but
Yeah, like £3.50 now.
we made way more money out of property
Yeah,
there. You know, and the thing is as well, like people started going, "Oh, you're like the Bitcoin king." You got the. I was like, I'm not. I still think it's a shit thing because when I mined them, the only thing I could use them for was to buy drugs.
I was going to say, or nuclear weapons.
All this Silk Road bollocks or whatever it was, and you know, you log in, and you're like, I could have bought these drugs from my mate down the road.
In Wembley,
Yeah.
not Southall.
Not that I do drugs, I don't condone it at all. But I'm going, well, you know, so I thought this is useless, and I just left it. So and then all, do you know that's Bitcoin? Yeah, I got a couple. Do you know that's Bitcoin? Yeah, I got, do you know how much it's worth? No. And I was like, oh wow, okay, that, you know, it's kind of like Aladdin's. So he watched me squirm and scream this entire
I can see
period.
his smug face.
He's called Crypto Kid. Crypto Kid, Bitcoin Boy. He's called all of these
Hashtag
things.
crypto kid
Yeah,
in the house.
Yeah, so I still think it's a, you know,
But we hate Bitcoin.
I think it's
Shit.
useless. I mean, think about it. Everyone needs to live in a house, so it's an asset class that's always going to be around.
Mm-hmm.
You can leverage against it. If a bank will lend you money to buy a house, clearly they think it's a good asset class.
Yeah, yeah.
Ask a bank to lend you money to buy Bitcoin, they'll go, nah. If the banks don't think it's worth it, well, why should we?
But give it 5-10 years, you not think they may say, okay. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe with something like Ethereum, maybe some other one. But I mean, blockchain is useful in itself, right? People say you can do conveyancing on it. At some point, you could do ownership, land registry, which is so like outdated and old. You could do on blockchain potentially.
But as in from a currency point of view, as an asset class right now, I wouldn't invest.
Oh yeah,
in
right
it.
now, no.
I wouldn't exchange money for it.
I wouldn't know.
So
It's not in the media anymore, so which means it's not necessarily going to go up unless there's some sort of
it's a
buzz.
speculative investment. It's like
Yeah.
buying a flat in Canary Wharf. You know, it's going to negatively
100%.
cash. Ironically,
She's
someone-
making it cash flow.
she's
right?
making it cash flow. We've been doing this. I've been doing it full time for about 6, 7, 8 years. I don't know whatever it is now. And I sometimes, you know, I look at James. I was like, I wish I just had a job.
Sometimes you do. You're like,
You know, there is no tax man. That one always catches me out.
I literally paid it.
40 grand. I thought, fuck, what are you doing? That's not your money. Well, why did you give it to me in the first place?